What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I made a video, but I am here today with the story for you guys. Hope all has been well with you guys during the pandemic with 2020 and everything. This has been a crazy year, from like celebrities dying to the pandemic, the presidential debate, like kids having to go to school online, just everything. This has been a crazy year. So yeah, I just wanted to come today and talk about a story I read that I found interesting and a little bit heartbreaking as well. So I did just want to bring awareness to this, which is why I'm doing a video about it. But anyway, so as I mentioned with 2020, you know, a lot has changed. The kids aren't going to school. They're doing e-learning and everything like that. So they're not in a classroom. And the story that I have today is regarding the kids e-learning and not actually being in school. So I did just write some information down regarding the story. So if you guys just see me look down, just know that I am just looking over my notes or whatever. So anyway, yes. So as I was stating before, this story is it's kind of heartbreaking, I would say, and that's why I was saying, like, I think school for some kids was a safe haven for them for those 7 hours that they are in school. If they are being abused or anything like that, it's a safe haven for them. And this story right here is an example of that. So anyway, this story here is revolving a 7-year-old girl who was sexually assaulted on at home, but she left her computer up, and the teacher and some students saw what was going on with that. So anyway, so she was doing an online learning class, and they had a break in between that. And according to the story, it happened around noon, like noonish, 1:30ish, around that time frame. But yeah, so it says here that there was a break period, and the 7-year-old girl, and she's in first grade, by the way, left her camera on, and a few minutes later, the teacher heard 2 students say, "What's going on? What's happening?" The teacher told the students to log off and observed Walls, which is the perpetrator. His name is Catrell Walls. And they observed him forcing the 7-year-old girl into oral sex. And authorities said Walls admitted to the incident and repeatedly said, "I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And I guess he was crying and he felt remorseful for what he did. However, I don't think he felt remorseful for what he did. I just think he's sorry that he got caught and the little girl outsmarted him. That's my personal opinion. I'm not saying it's fact. I'm not saying it's right. But that's what I think. And from what I know about molestation and sexual abuse is it's not something that had just started. It had been going on for a while. Now, this is allegedly. I don't know this to be fact, but from what I know with molestation and sexual child abuse, this probably wasn't the first time that he made this little girl do this, which is why he felt so comfortable making her do this. You know, sexual predators, they start off with little touches or gifts, and just to see how far they can go before they fully advance to sometimes penetration, or in this case here, orally making her go down, making him please him orally. So it's not just something that happens right away. It happens in steps. So I don't believe this was his first time doing this to this little girl. And I think this was her way of asking for help, because they're at home now. They're learning from home. There's no one that they could talk to, or like, they're not in the school setting where if the teacher really cares or is observant of the child, they can notice changes within that child, which may alert them that something isn't right at home. But since they don't have that anymore, because they are learning, they're doing distant learning, I believe the little girl purposely left her camera on to record this. Kids are smart. Most adults don't give kids the credit that they are smart, sometimes even smarter than adults, if you ask me. Yeah, so I believe this little girl purposely left her computer on so he can get caught in the act of forcing this little girl, of sexually abusing this little girl. And so she was able to get the help that she needed by leaving her monitor up, leaving her thing up, so that the teacher could see what was taking place. Now, this boy, he's 18 years old, and he has been officially charged with predatory criminal sexual assault. And he's 18 years old, like I said before, and this baby is 7 years old and a first grader. And you're 18 years old, you're young, you're a teenager, you can get a girlfriend, you could get anybody to please you orally. If you ain't got no girlfriend, they got prostitutes that you can pay. I mean, it's like, why would you steal that little girl's innocence and permanently traumatize her for the rest of her life? It's just like, I don't understand it. And not to mention that, but what about the 2 students who seen this take place, or seen this about to take place? What about the trauma that they may go through and the conversations that their parents are going to have with them regarding seeing their classmate get sexually abused like this, or on the verge of being sexually abused? Because the information doesn't state whether the teacher, whether the other 2 students had seen this before the teacher urged them to log off, and she further witnessed him force the little girl to orally please him. So yeah, this is just so sad to me. Like, the cycle of abuse is, it's so heartbreaking. Like, I don't understand, and maybe because I'm not mentally ill, that I don't understand the mindset of a pedophile, of a predator, where they're sexually attracted to a little kid, what that would make them do that to them. Just like, and who can imagine the trauma that that little girl faces when the cameras aren't on? You know what I'm saying? It's just so heartbreaking. And like I said, 2020 has been a hell of a year. This is the year of vision. Like, everything is coming out. Like, everything. That's why celebrity stuff is coming out about them, with the sex trafficking, the sexual abuse, the little sexual parties that they have. Like, all of that's coming out. So this is the year of 2020. Everything will be revealed. And I just hope and pray that everything works out for this little girl. She gets the help and a counseling that she is going to need to be, to get over this trauma. Because trauma, some people, if they don't get the help, or even some people that do get the help, they're still emotionally scarred. Like, this little girl is never going to be the same again. So yeah, I just pray that she gets counseling. It did say that the family of protection of service, or what it is, have gotten involved. So if she is taken out of the home, I hope that she is placed into an environment where she is not abused any longer. Because normally, I wouldn't say normally, but oftentimes you hear stories where the kids are taken from their family and put into the system, and they're still getting abused within the foster care system. They're still being sexually abused. Because I don't know, it's something about predators where they can pick up on something. They can pick up where a child has been abused, and so they can pick up on that, and then they in turn go on to abuse that same said child. Like, because I've had friends who's been sexually abused, not by one person, but by multiple people. And I think it's because predators can tell that that child something has been done to that child. So they pick up on it, and so they feel that they can do the same thing and get away with it. So yeah, they don't release the little girl's name, because why would they? She's a minor. She's only 7 years old. And so to all the parents out there, please protect your kids. Be mindful of who you leave them with, and pay attention to their behavior, and notice any changes in their behavior. And if they don't want to be around a certain person, don't force them to be around that person. It's a reason they don't want to be around that person. If you see that person is a little too friendly with your child, or they're like constantly buying them stuff, like, pay attention to that. Just pay attention to your surroundings, and pay attention to your kids, and talk to your kids. Most people, I won't say most people, but some people don't talk to their kids. They don't ask their kids their opinion or how they're feeling, or talk about like the sexual things with their kids, and like to let them know that if somebody touches you here, touches you there, or make you do something that you don't want to do, then you come to me and let me know. You're not going to be in trouble. I'm going to believe you. I am your parent. I am here to protect you. So if anything goes on, please just talk to me and let me know. Like, some parents don't do those extra steps with their kids, and they should do that. Like, talk to your kids. Find out what's going on in their life. Ask them their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them. When my child was like 2 or 3, I got books about private parts for him, and like let him know what his private parts were. Because they do have kid-friendly books where you can start talking to your kids about that. Like letting them know their body parts, letting them know what's appropriate touching and what is not appropriate touching. And if somebody touches you here, you tell them no. Or if somebody makes you uncomfortable, you tell them, you come and talk to me and let me know. And nobody is supposed to touch you here. You don't touch anybody there, and you don't put your mouth on people. So I talk to my child. I let them know. So it's been something that I have been talking to my child about since the age about 3 or 4 on up, and he's 11 now. And I still talk to him, and I ask him, and I get his opinion. I don't believe children should be seen and not heard. They have feelings too. And so I just try to have a safe place where my child can feel comfortable coming to me and talking to me about things, and know that I am always on his side, and I will always do whatever it is that I can do to protect him and keep him away from harm. And so I just try to drill that into his head, so he doesn't feel like I'm not going to believe him or anything like that. So again, just creating a safe space for him, and an open dialogue where he will feel comfortable coming to me and talking to me about things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of those parents, if I'm in the wrong, I do apologize to my kids. Again, children have feelings, their feelings hurt. Like, I don't know why people just throw off kids and treat them like they're not a person, or they don't have feelings, or their opinion doesn't count. Like, it does. Like, stop taking that away from them. But yeah, that's all I had to say about that. I do hope, again, the little girl gets the help that she needs. And I don't know this guy's story, so I am not going to place judgment on him. I know that often hurt people. So who's to say he wasn't sexually abused as well, and now he's just taking out his sexual abuse on this little 7-year-old girl. Not saying it's right, because I don't agree with it, but I am not going to judge him because I don't know his story. I think he should be brought to justice for what he did to the little girl, and also seek mental health as well. I don't know why mental health is frowned upon in the Black community, but a lot of people are mentally sick in the Black community, and they need therapy and they need help. So I hope he also gets the help that he needs, and the little girl gets the justice that she deserves. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you again for watching. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about the story here. Peace.